just there. And number 6, Gary, if you don't mind, up against your chest there. So we have a random order of numbers and therefore a random order of pictures. And in a moment we'll turn them around. We'll see what the random order of pictures is. However, first of all, you have to choose a picture. Please excuse me, I'm going to great lengths here to make sure everything is properly random. So bear with me a little longer. I've got the same set of pictures for you, but these are not numbered, so you can't even tell which gentleman they refer to. I'll tell you what the pictures are, though. They're the ones you voted on in the interval. I should just point out they are meaningless. They're random clip art. Doesn't matter what you pick. Doesn't say anything about you. So thank you for doing that. I'll give them a little mix for you, Helen, because you've got to do this at random. It's so important. You don't know which is which. So if I deal them out, you just tell me to stop wherever you like. Sure? Okay. Could you hold it up against yourself and don't look at it. If you can do it without looking, that's great. Now, are you happy, into the mic maybe, are you happy that that was a random choice? Are you happy, into the mic?
Yes.
And you're happy that Sebastian was a random choice of gentlemen?
Yes.
And you're happy that number 2 is a random choice on your part, yes? Everything is random, but nothing is random. So because these two, Helen and Sebastian, are psychic partners, these two randomly chosen pictures should match. All right, Helen, would you please turn your picture around, show them what you've got. It is the ice cream. Helen, stop me on the ice cream. One of you gentlemen will be holding the matching ice cream. Sebastian, turn yours around, show them what you've got. Number 2 is the ice cream. It is a perfect match. Thank you very much indeed. Gentlemen, could you all turn yours round? They're not all ice creams. We do have a perfect match. Thank you, Helen. Thank you, Sebastian. Could you clip those on the bulldog clips behind you with the pictures facing the audience? Thank you very much indeed. Now, all very well and good, but you're probably now thinking, all right, a bit of a long way just for that. That's just a coincidence. And you'd be right. You would be right. That was just a coincidence. But that is a particular sort of coincidence. It's one that I can foresee. I can know in advance that that will happen. Essentially, there were 2 discrete random events that had to occur in order for that to happen. First of all, that you had to stop me on the ice cream, but also that you had to say position C, because if you'd have said any other letter, that clearly wouldn't have worked. And if you'd have put yourself anywhere other than position C with your number 2 picture, the ice cream, it wouldn't have worked either. So 2 things, the ice cream and position C. You've had your eyes on this. No one's been anywhere near it. 2 random events, but nothing is random. 1 card. 2 pieces of information. The ice cream and in position C. Thank you very much indeed. Thank you, Helen. You were lovely. Helen, ladies and gentlemen. Ian, I'll let you head back to your seat now. Thank you very much. Ian, thank you, Chris. Thank you, Gary. Sebastian, thank you very much. Nico and Tony, thank you very much. Please a round of applause for our 6 men and for Helen as well. But, I now don't want you going home thinking that if you'd have been up here, you'd have done something different, that if it was you, you'd have been unpredictable. You wouldn't have fallen into any of those patterns. You had your chance. You had your chance in the interval when you came up and voted for one of the pictures by putting a little cross on the pad. And James down here has added them up. James, come forward for me. What was the most popular chosen picture at random tonight?
Confetti.
Confetti was the most popular chosen picture tonight. And the more astute amongst you may have noticed, it's also the one that's missing from this lineup. There were 7 to choose from in the interval. But at the start of the show, I gave Barry an envelope. Where are you, Barry? This is your big moment. It contains a prediction. Come forward. I want you to rip the red tab off the back. Thank you, Barry. And if you can just pull out what's inside, I'm going to take the end of it. If you face it this way, in your nicest, clearest voice from the top.
I, Derren Brown, hereby predict that tonight at the New Wimbledon Theatre, the most popular picture chosen by the audience will be confetti.
The confetti. Thank you so much, Barry. You can head back. There it is. Thank you so much. You picked the right one. But, it was, if you remember, it was choose one at random. Do you remember that? It was not choose your favourite one. If it was choose your favourite one, then it would be easier to predict. You probably would have gone for the ice cream yourself, or the apple juice maybe, because it's an interval. You're thinking about refreshments, yes? You could have gone for the egg. We have the needle there, the moose head, any of these pictures that are now randomly ordered here behind me, but you didn't. You had to choose the confetti. And why? Because nothing is random. And why is nothing random? Because we're all human beings, so we can be influenced through everything we hear, everything we touch, and everything we see. And you have been seeing something for the entire duration of this show, all the way through the first half, throughout the interval, and throughout the second half. And some of you are noticing it now, I can see. You had to do it. You had to choose the confetti. Thank you for coming tonight. Thank you for playing. Thank you for choosing the confetti. And good night.
Hello there. I'm Christine and I'm Derren's mother. can leave the bottle there. Thank you for coming to the show tonight. I do hope you enjoyed it, because he does put an awful lot of hard work into it. Now, to play us out, I'd like to leave you in the company, the rather exciting company, of 4 very handsome young men who call themselves McFly.
Recently I've been talking to Derren, so leave your coats on the floor, 'cause there's a bit more, believe me. The pictures were picked up, and then the men were all mixed up. Because of the mixture, the order of pictures is random. But we know from Derren, the order of pictures will not stand up. He said, obviously, the order will be an egg and a needle and then an ice cream, and there'll be goose and moose and apple juice, oh yeah, they're all there. And there'll be goose and moose and apple juice, oh yeah. Derren said he'd convince you, use it as voodoo. He said he bet he can make you choose confetti, but there's more. If any men had switched, they wouldn't match the lollipop stitch. Hey, he said, obviously, the order will be an egg and a needle, and then an ice cream, then there'll be goose and moose and apple juice. Oh yeah, it's not fair. There'll be goose and moose and apple juice. Oh yeah.
Good luck, Derren!
Hope it works out.
You should have been through! Thank you so much for coming tonight! Good night! Oh, one thing! Wait, stop! Sorry. One thing. Sorry, sit yourselves back down just for a sec. You can stand back up again in a minute. One thing. I don't want you going away now thinking, oh, they just had 4,084 different versions of that film, which they would play, depending on what order those men mixed themselves up into with those pictures. They had to mix themselves into that order. They had to mix themselves into 1, 3, 2, 6, 4, 5. It had to be that order, and with those pictures, it wouldn't have worked if the confetti was in there. It had to be those pictures, and in that order, because I decided on that order 2 years ago when I came up with the name for this show, and this is the main reason why the show is called Enigma, because egg begins with an E, needle, an N, ice cream, an I. That is G for goose, M for moose, and A gives you the apple juice. That's the main reason why the show is called Enigma. That was the show. Thank you for coming.